Nigeria Anti-Corruption Police, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC has called on the general public to stop using its uniforms and other related materials for video skit making without authorization following a 2023 viral comedy video. EFCC, in a news statement few minutes ago, said the viral video portrayed the commission in a wrong manner which does not define their mode of operations or conduct in executing arrests. An old video, code-named EFCC and Army Wahala, is regaining traction across the social media. This, once again, compels the EFCC to reiterate its warning to skit makers and other social workers to desist from using the operational accoutrements of the Commission illegally and irresponsibly. EFCC and Army Wahala is a caricature of the operational etiquette of the EFCC. The shameful characterization of supposed operatives of the Commission in the video unleashing terror on suspects is not only embarrassing but indicative of deliberate attempt to cast shadows on the image of the EFCC. Operatives of the EFCC are not bullies. They are trained as refined modern law enforcement officers rich in decency, civility and respect for members of the public, including suspects of economic and financial crimes. Skit makers are warned again to desist from unauthorized use of the accoutrements of the Commission, EFCC stated. Meanwhile, the managing director of the Nigerian Consumer Credit Corporation, Credit Corp, Mr. OsazuwaAkonedo, has applauded President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for releasing 50 billion naira from the recovery account of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Nwaba described the presidential directive to release the funds to his corporation as strategic and fulfilling. He stated this in Abuja on Thursday, September 19, 2024, while on a courtesy visit to the executive chairman of the EFCC, Mr. Ola Olukoyede, at the Commission's corporate headquarters. He disclosed that his corporation, with a takeoff grant of 50 billion naira, had commenced disbursement of credit facilities to civil servants, and their feedback was highly encouraging. He expressed delight and satisfaction with the EFCC's focus on the preventive framework in driving the anti-corruption fight, explaining that the modality aligned with his corporation's mandate. I think our mandate is critical for the EFCC and our partnership because it tackles the corruption issue from a prevention standpoint. People have less incentive to be corrupt and have less incentive to amass wealth if they have a system and an infrastructure that allows them to meet their basic needs. I admire and respect the EFCC's focus on prevention and recovery. I like expanding the efforts around prevention. We have a job quite complementary to that, assessing fraud and corruption risks, he said. In his response, Olukoyede expressed delight with Credit Corp's mandate, pointing out that it aligned with the EFCC's mission. He particularly recalled his address on the need for transactional credits, stressing that no consumer intervention mechanism can insulate the nation from corruption other than the credit system. He commended President Tinubu for his vision and practical approach to the fight against corruption, pointing out that the consumer credit system would greatly assist Nigerians by reducing their propensity for economic crimes. Like you rightly said, our mandates align. Of truth, one of the key points I made on the floor of the National Assembly when I was screened for this appointment was the need for us to adopt a transactional credit system. No economy can survive without it, he said. He charged Nwaba with paying close attention to regulation compliance so that the consumer credit system would yield optimal values. Regarding regulatory compliance, we still have a long way to go. That is why you need to ensure that the issue of compliance is taken seriously. To ensure that the thing gets to the right beneficiaries so that one financial corporation does not just sit on it, divert it and give it out at higher interest as you have described. He particularly stressed the need for a low interest rate regime for consumers, maintaining that a single-digit interest rate would better serve the interests of the credit system and greatly reduce poverty among Nigerians. We are not seeing this as one of those policies. We are seeing it as something that has the potential of taking Nigerians out of poverty, he said. He assured Nwagba that the EFCC would continue to support Credit Corp to ensure that the president's vision in this regard is achieved.
OsazuwaAkonedo, bringing you the news in a more digital way.